Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is LunetTheHerald casting with me today, Mysteriopolis. We are into the finals of the TowerDiveTV Weekly at number 25. Here on the blue team, we have Lunet's Army. Your red team will be Cryptic. So this is going to be an interesting, essentially, fight to the death as we get in to see who is going to take the final prize. And now we're just looking at the bans. Thresh and Twisted Fate coming out for the blue team, and Nasus immediately being taken off the board for the red team, and there's the dodge.
A dodge? Interesting. Why was there a dodge? Oh, they dodged just so I can get into the game.
No, honey, no.
Oh.
They dodged because one of their players left, it looks like. Oh, you guys are killing me right here. Are we finally back for the finals? Are we good now? I did a nice little introduction and then everybody interrupts me and I QQ some more. Thresh and Nasus being taken off the table, followed up by Twisted Fate, and this is LunetTheHerald casting here today with Mysteriopolis for the finals of the TowerDiveTV Weekly number 25. On your blue team, we have Lunet's Empire versus the purple team, which is going to be Cryptic, and I have been casting way too long today.
I'm so sorry that you have to suffer through this, Lunet, but we're on the last game now. We can get through this, and this is going to be our last awesome game of the day. This is weekly tournament number 25.
I like how the game name is Sorry, Lunet.
Aww. They know you've been streaming too long today, so
yeah. It's so much fun. We have Lux being taken off the board as well as Twisted Fate and Thresh. Tell me a little bit about these bans, Mystery.
Oh, well, as I specified earlier, in this tournament, Thresh is one of those support champions that can pretty much win a lane off, even more stronger than Blitzcrank in some cases, just because although he has a hook like Blitzcrank, he has a awesome disengage with that lantern, being able to move any one of his teammates in a bad situation. It's pretty much having to not use any type of flash or anything, they just use the lantern and they get out safely. It's really quite effective, and that's why you see Thresh banned more than Blitzcrank these days. Twisted Fate obviously displaying how much of a game threat he is by being able to go around the map, having a large map presence, just being there with that destiny always up. Lux also being shown off in the last game, having that laser that can just shoot off any person as strong as possible. Being able to be, as we saw in the last game, 30-second cooldown every time. Being able to be used so much with only a 30-second time frame to be able to counter-engage if she'd used the laser. So another reason why Lux is also taken off the board is because she has a lot of burst damage and can do a ton heck of damage. Yes, that is my quote.
Ton heck is probably like the weirdest quote I've ever heard from somebody.
Hey, that's my quote. That's quoted. It was saved by Azaraki. Ton heck of damage. My word. So yeah, Thresh, very nasty support, and Twisted Fate and Lux, very nasty mid laners. Twisted Fate because he's a good map presence champion, and Lux just because he can do, as I quoted, ton heck of damage.
I hate that word. Oh my god, Mystery. That sounds so
Why
weird
do you
to
hate?
say.
Why do you hate my ton heck of
It
damage?
sounds so weird. And for those of you who seem to be doubting things in the chat for some reason, I'm LunetTheHerald, also on the TowerDiveTV account. I own the company TowerDiveTV. I'm not sure if there was some confusion there or anything like that. I'm also known as Mary or Luther around here. But yeah, I own TowerDiveTV. I'm not sure why people were confused about that. But getting into this, we've got Sona, Tristana, and Hecarim picked up. Hecarim, a very good late scaling jungler. I absolutely love this pick coupled with the Sona and Tristana's ability to kind of get into the fight once those lockups have been initiated. And I really hate you, Air. This constantly happens. You almost fixed it, Riot. You almost fixed it.
Well, you can already see Darius being hovered over right now as well. Wait. What?
Why are you going, wait, what? It's an Ahri.
Well,
We saw these guys play Ahri before. It was amazing.
No, it was more of the fact that there was like an error message on the stream right then, so I didn't think it was
that's what I was talking about.
Okay, that's fine.
There's a slight bug in the spectating client. It's unfortunate, but it's there.
Alright, that's fine. So, moving on, there's see the Darius being hovered over and the Ahri being picked up as well. Ahri being used in one of the previous games as well. Also managing to do quite a bit of burst damage, especially onto the Syndra as we saw in a previous game. Whereas the final pick for the red team will be the Zyra. Also known as being a support, she is also quite effective as a mid laner, and I think this is what they're pretty much going with, especially if we see seeing that Leona in the team comp as well. They're going to pick Zyra to probably go in the mid lane up against the Ahri, and she's actually quite a strong pick against Ahri, just because she can lock an Ahri down with those roots and then have her plants do all the damage necessary.
And now that we have the final picks, we can go ahead and see what the lineups for these two teams are. Tristana, Hecarim, Sona, Ahri, and Darius being picked up by the blue team, and Jarvan, Twitch, Leona, Zyra, and Riven being picked up by the purple team. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, your blue team is Lunets Empire, and your purple team is Cryptic. This is the finals of the TowerDiveTV Weekly number 25. It'll be very fun to get in here and see essentially what happens with this game and how far these guys are going to take it. And I seriously hope that this isn't a ridiculously long game, or else I'm going to sit in my chair and cry while I cast.
Or you're just going to leave Call and just leave me to solo cast this.
Yeah, that's it. I'm just going to rage quit. Like suddenly I hit a button, cam turns on, and all you see is me throwing down my headset and walking away, throwing my hands up in the air. That's it. I'm done. No more.
It gets over. It gets to 40 minutes and then it's like, right, I'm done. See you later, guys. GG.
Yeah, that sounds about like exactly what's going to happen.
Oh, guys, make it epically long just to piss off Lunet, please,
I will
please.
fire you. I swear to God, I will fire you. You think I'm joking, but I will fire you.
Oh dear. I love you, Looney. It's okay.
Right.
Oh dear.
So...
Anyways, moving on. We've got the lineups pretty much right here now. We're now in the delay timer. We've got the summoner spells all there and ready and waiting. We've got Tristana picking up Barrier and Flash with Hecarim in the jungle with that Smite and Ghost. Sona picking up an Ignite. As we discussed before, supports generally take up Ignite. It's not too uncommon now as we see the current meta revolving around supports helping their AD carries with the damage. We've got Ahri also seeing Flash and Ignite as well as Darius. Whereas for the red team, we can see Jarvan picking up that Smite, going to go up against Hecarim for jungle with Leona and Twitch in the bot lane. Twitch decided to pick up a Cleanse instead of any sort of damage moves, as well as Leona picking up that Exhaust to help pick up kills. We've also seen Zyra in the mid lane with that Ignite, as well as Riven in the top lane with the Ignite as well.
Yep, and now that we can take a look at the breakdown of comps right here, the blue team is looking for an AoE engagement comp. We saw what happened when they played Ahri last time, and man, was it scary to see that champion get on a roll, essentially come up and land all of her skill shots and just decimate anybody that she went face to face with. Whereas on the purple team, you know, we've seen a lot of hard engagement come out of them before. This Jarvan pick seems to be a little standard for them. It'll be interesting to see what they do, and holy cow, Avaz, get out of here.
Oh dear. Well, as we see that, I would say that they may have the... Oh dear.
Continue, mystery. I've been
Oh
casting
dear,
too long
yay.
today.
Yay for Advanced. I use it too, don't worry.
Talk about the
we
game,
can also...
you fucking scrub.
Also, we can... we can see that the red team has also gone with an interesting kind of team comp. They seem to be focused also around a bit of AoE. They've got that Zyra ulti, they've got that Leona ulti, and they've got that Cataclysm as well, utilizing a lot of the damage and helping Twitch get off all his poisons at once. So hopefully it should work. However, they do have Tristana for the blue team to utilize a lot of the AoE team comp that the blue team seems to have as well. So it could go either way.
And now we are just going to go ahead and get into the loading screen here momentarily, guys. Remember, this is the final match. It all comes down to this. It is a best of one, not a best of three. So, really interested to see what happens. This is going to be something where the laning phase, once Ahri hits 6, it's all going to be about the roam. And the team fight phase is also going to be great, simply because all of these guys are going to be looking to engage. Everybody's going to be looking for that first opportunity to get off their combo before the enemy team. You know, both of them, they've got very heavy AoE stun supports, and they've both got a jungler with their own unique style of lockup.
Absolutely. So now we're in the loading screen right now. We've got the skin intimidations and the banner wars coming straight down. We can already see that for the blue team, we've got the Guquin Sona, the Foxfire Ahri, and the Bioforge Darius coming straight down. However, for the red team, we've got the Gangster Twitch, Iron Solari Leona, and Battle Bunny Ribbon for the red team. So it's a pretty evenly matched for skins. However, for banner wars, we see 2 golds, a diamond, and a platinum for the blue team. However, only 3 golds and 2 platinums for the red team. So for banner wise, the blue team does have the advantage in that regard. However, it could come down to anything.
Yep, and for the question being asked, the blue team is Lunets Empire and the red team is Cryptic. We will be getting into this game as quickly as possible. I'm just going to go ahead and line up all the summoners here. So something interesting we're seeing in this game that isn't something very typical in the current meta right now is a Zyra mid is something that is just, it's not typical at all. It's not that Zyra's bad, just her lack of hard escape. You know, she's got her root, but that's really the only thing she has. You know, a very line-dependent skill shot on her escape. It doesn't make her the most mobile champion, and she's very frail on top of that. So always something interesting to see. And now we have that ward there. The red team has been caught out. They know they're there. Blue team pinging down for them. So even though they're going to go for this invade, it's not really going to do anything.
We have seen red team invading quite a lot. They are going to reward up that blue buff now, whereas they can start heading back towards middle. They are ready to pretty much engage onto the red team right now. Darius too far away to be able to help them out, so blue team is just going to back off against the red team. Red team is just going to retreat back to their own jungle instead.
Yeah, they're going to go ahead and check to see if their blue buff has essentially been invaded, which is a smart move on their part. They're essentially going to be able to keep timers and track of everything with that ward down there. They're going to know when it's been taken, and they're going to be able to go in and try and contest that by the next time it comes up. You can see Zyra going in here with a very nice snare. Tristana forced to jump away as they now hide in this brush. It's going to make it kind of hard for them to do double golems here. They're going to get low enough where the enemy team is just going to be able to come in and take them out. You can see Soda going, no, I'm out of here. That's it. No more. I'm done. But what this has done is actually going to put Jarvan a little far behind. You can see his buff has already come up, and they're just going to try and go for the steal on red. It looks like this is going to put Jarvan a little bit further behind in his jungle.
Maybe, but in the same regard, it does mean that puts Hecarim away out of his jungle as well. The Hecarim has lost his red buff in this regard to the Jarvan. Jarvan's in a nice place with the Twitch and the Leona. However, they do know they're there. They do have a ward in that place. They are literally just going to back off and take a bit of poke from the Tristana.
And it's just going to put Jarvan even further behind as Tristana just jumps right on out of there, not having a care in the world about this right now. Jarvan soaking up a lot of experience in the lane, and keeping Twitch out of it for so long is going to be exceptionally problematic for them. Not only put this kill lane behind in experience, but also in CS. Potentially,
Absolutely.
I say, as they're even in CS.
Absolutely, and right now, Leona is going straight for the engagement.
Right down onto Tristana, not doing too much, but we can see that Twitch going to come in for the flash engagement, and now Twitch in a world of pain. He's forced to cleanse out. The exhaust is down onto Sona. The auto attack's coming out. She is going to flash Q and auto attack for the first blood, going to Sona, and now she's gonna look for that coming out on to Leona. But now here's a problem, because Jarvan is here to respond right now, and Tristana's like, you know what, I'm gonna die anyways, I'm just gonna try and give the kill to somebody who doesn't really matter. But Jarvan will go ahead and pick that up. No assist going to Leona, no assist going to Twitch, so still the bot lane came out on top of this. Even though they managed to take Tristana out of the question, she's still looking at a situation where Sona got first blood, she got the assist for it, and they've put a kill lane on their heels.
Darius doing a lot of poke in the top lane as well.
Oh, and Hecarim coming in here. Jarvan gonna get really low after that snare landed on Hecarim and is going to force him out. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying Darius is doing a lot of poke on the Riven in the top lane. So much so that he's actually backed Riven straight underneath the turret, made Riven quite scared of this Darius. Darius putting a lot of damage onto this Riven right now, making her really have to play defensively. She was really low at one point. Darius had to put quite a bit of damage on her.
Yeah, the thing that comes with Darius right now, though, is the fact that Riven started with nothing but potions, wards, and a red pot, and now we're looking at a situation where, I mean, she only has that red pot. So in the mid lane, we do have the damage coming out from Zyra, and in top, a flash forced out by this... Oh god, by the jungler for the gank. I can totally talk right now. In fact, I am the best at talking when it comes to casting, but some nice flashes and summoner spells being burned all around. Hecarim having to get out of that mid lane quickly. Zyra putting out a very surprising amount of damage, and now the flash under the turret will go ahead and pick up that Darius, and in return, Riven getting very low, but she looks like she's going to be able to get out of this engagement easily.
Very much back and forth. Let's say a very much back and forth engagement between Darius and Riven. Riven capitalized on the fact that Darius was really low health. However, she didn't take into the account that Darius has quite got a bit of damage underneath his belt. He can do quite a lot of damage just on his own. That early engagement, the fact that Jarvan did kind of catch out the Darius there, as Darius was going to probably engage onto the Riven. Riven didn't know he was there, but Jarvan actually was coming in for a lane gank and caught Darius out of context there and got him really low, which allowed Riven to pick up that early kill.
Yeah, so I was going ooh there, and I was going ooh because I noticed that Darius still has a red pot in his inventory. He didn't actually use it in that exchange. It wouldn't have necessarily kept him alive, but it may have given him the ability to pick up the kill on Riven and made it a 1-for-1. So always something interesting to see. And also of worthy note is the fact that Sona's picked up a Doran shield here, and I really like this because Sona's going to need that extra tankiness in lane. It's a really good use of that first blood gold that she got here. It's going to make her a huge hassle to try and poke down here. So Twitch is definitely going to have to think twice about auto-attacking her.
Yep, and she is already putting down the poison onto this Tristana as well. It's going to put Tristana into a little bit of hurt there, but I think Twitch is taking a little bit too much damage for comfort right now from this Sona. Sona quite nicely in the favor right now. This is two quite nicely known teams. Cryptic, quite new on the scene, very strong in what they've been doing. We've seen this before, however, we do know that Lunet's Empire is also quite strong in what they do right now. So it's really kind of back and forth right now.
I also love them the most, even though I'm not supposed to be biased as a caster. And we have Darius coming in with the pull. This could be a potential problem, though. Riven is really strong right now. You can see her level 6, and Darius is trying to pump in as much damage as possible. And you can see Riven once again chasing him down under the turret. And there we go. Will the bleeds in minion? Yes, it will be enough to take him out, and Riven will go ahead and fall to Darius. We see that red pop being popped, and that's essentially what he needed to go ahead and keep into that. Now, once Darius hits 6, Riven will not be able to do these tower dives and engages. So we see a really smart play coming out from Riven, saying, you know what, level 6 probably not going to be able to out-trade him 1v1 under turret. I may as well do it while I have the chance.
Absolutely. However, she didn't take into the account that that turret did actually manage to get a double quick shot on her, which pretty much picked up a nice kill on her. Good for Darius as well, because it does mean he got his first kill out of that, even though he is 2 deaths behind.
It wouldn't have mattered anyways, though. Hecarim was there to respond. She wouldn't have been able to outspeed him. She only had a couple ways to go, and unfortunately for her, one was running right into the minions, which would have had just enough damage to take her out, or running into the Hecarim, which would have been able to do the same thing. She did not have a choice there. She wasn't able to disengage from the turret without either of those things happening. Now we see Darius in this really nice position here. He's got the damage now. He's got his ultimate. He's level 6, and Riven is just like, oh, fuck. Or at least she's gonna be like that in just a minute when this poor Hecarim, or Darius, because I know what champions are where in this game, comes in under turret with that ultimate and that bleed damage.
We can also see that there's a lot of damage going onto this Twitch in the bot lane right now. Jarvan is standing by, ready to make his move and engagement if he needs to, but Twitch is right at half health right now. He's been taking quite a lot of poke from this Tristana. Tristana seems very healthy right now because of this Sona constantly being healing him. Whereas in the top lane, there's a lot of damage going straight down onto this Riven.
Yeah, and there we go, the engagement going down, and ooh, the minions and the bleed, that doesn't look like it's just barely going to be enough to pick up Riven, but Hecarim coming up here, and oh, this could be dangerous. Hecarim going in and going, what's going on here? And I don't think she's actually in a place to go for an execute right now. Yeah, and Darius is gonna go ahead and pick up that kill, so she's forced to give that up, and there we go. We see Twitch coming in with the cleanse after the crescendo being popped by Sona, and they're just gonna go back to farming very happily in their lane on the part of the blue team.
Riven's doing really well against this Darius now. However, every time she does really well against the Darius, the Darius does...
Here we go with the Ahri coming up here. Now the problem is she doesn't know is still here. She's going to have to play this really safe right now. She's in a 3v1 situation. There's nobody here to really help her out, and unfortunately it's going to mean conceding the enemy blue buff to the Zyra, and now the pings have gone down. It looks like they may want to go for a tower dive here to catch somebody out, but no, that is not going to happen, and Ahri is just going to return back to the mid lane as the blue team picks up the first tower here, and I don't know, this is going to give them a slight gold advantage. They might be able to run with this.
I just want to point out that for every kill that Riven gets, Darius makes some sort of wrong choice and puts her in a really bad position. Every time that Riven goes for a kill, Hecarim is nearby and Riven has to concede that kill to the Darius. However, Darius is not in a great position right now. Yes, he is really strong. However, because of those kills, Riven's got 2 longswords and 2 Doran's blades, as well as that pickaxe. She is really strong right now.
She's just going for damage at the moment, and you see the armor being built onto Darius, saying this is probably the best way I have to combat her right now. But the thing is that Hecarim comes up for a gank, he pops off 1 ultimate, and that is it. Riven's dead.
However, Riven instead is going to try and kill this Darius as much as possible. Here comes Ahri, though. Ahri's going to come up and do something about this Riven. However, she decided against it and she's going to go back to her lane right now because she sees Jarvan there instead. Whereas Hecarim's going to come nicely up. He's going to stay behind the turret. Riven doesn't know he's there right now, but I'm pretty sure that if any engage... So Riven doesn't actually have this warded. In fact, here she goes.
Comes Hecarim. They are going to get the knockback, and now Riven forced to disengage, but here's the fear and the ultimate. And there goes the flash coming out. Riven trying to come in with some jukes here. She will get the stun down, but it's not going to be enough. She's just going to force him to chase her around a little bit and try and control who gets the kills. Not that it matters. Darius is going to come up with a single swing and take her out.
Nicely played by Darius. Nicely played by Riven as well. Riven was doing quite nicely in basically pushing them back and forth and making them juke again and again, but there was not really any way that she could escape. So those jukes sadly were in vain.
From Jarvan, but it will be forced back, and now, ooh, there is an ultimate and a nice flash from Ahri, but unfortunately she's not going to be able to make it out of there. Now Hecarim in a bit of pain here as he just pushes in this mid lane, knowing that Zyra is far too low to help him out.
There is so much going down right now. The blue team seems to be doing well. The red team seems to be doing well. They seem to be pretty close in gold right now. The only thing that they have with the blue team right now is that they've got that early bottom tower, and that's really going to put them a little bit ahead, just except for the fact that Twitch is now giving himself free farm, which is not incredibly good, but they couldn't really stop that, sadly.
Yeah, we can see in the mid lane that this tower is getting pushed. Tristana and Sona did a very nice job of controlling their lanes, but Jarvan coming up in here. The ultimate has been popped. There goes the crescendo down onto Jarvan, and now the pursuit is on as Twitch comes up in here. That stealth is going to go down, and now it is a 4-man push in the mid lane. But Tristana, you can see her turret is down in her lane. They've got that tier 1 turret on the enemy team, and they're essentially just able to come up and help mid and help adjacent lanes to go in, push, and try and get more map control, try and get more turret control, and further extend their gold lead. Meanwhile, in the top lane, we've got a bit of an engagement here. Riven trying to come in, but she's having fairly even trades with Darius now. He's got a chain vest right now. Those bleeds hitting for that magic damage is still incredibly potent, and it hurts so bad. And you can really see Riven taking a huge brute force from this Darius, and she's just not going to be able to combat those ultimates. That gank from Hecarim is really helping to turn around this lane to something that he could reasonably win if he wanted to.
Absolutely. Darius getting all those kills, and now here we go. He's going straight onto this Riven right now. There goes the Ignite. There goes the
dunk, and he may, in fact, no. There we go. He's actually going to pick her up, and this is exactly what I was talking about. He's got that advantage after Hecarim went ahead and came in for the gank, and I'm actually curious to see how their gold scores match up right now to see where they're at. And you can actually see that thanks to Hecarim, that gank, and the few kills he's managed to get off, Darius is actually just barely ahead of this Riven right now in terms of gold. So despite his lack of CS, he's really made up for it with the kills that he's gotten to be on an even footing with this Riven.
It's now coming down to the fact that both Riven and Darius are pretty much evenly matched right now. With only
Twitch has been caught out here, and there we go. The flash has been used by him, and he will be forced to back at this point as Tristana and Sona push that lane.
Tristana, I want to see what kind of build Tristana's doing right now. She's got the double Doran's Blade right now. She's got the Vampiric Scepter. Ooh, nice trade-off between Zyra and Ahri there. Both of them picking each other up right there. Very nicely done there. But as I was saying, Tristana is in a nice position right now. She's got her Vampiric Scepter, she's got a Berserker Greaves, she's got a double Doran, so she's got quite a bit of damage under her belt right now.
Yeah, Hecarim has his ulti right now, so he's looking to make potential plays, and there's a crescendo going down solely onto the Leona, and the knockback coming out from this Tristana onto the Twitch. The cleanse has been popped by him, and there is the fear. Twitch will be picked off here as Tristana manages to take out Leona, furthering a slightly commanding lead coming out from the blue team as they manage to pick up a gold advantage. The enemy blue buff, 2 kills, and now a dragon off the back of this. What a way to get in this game and really make your presence known.
I don't think Lunet's army are gonna let the red team, aka Cryptic, Cryptic are new on the scene. They know they've gone really far.
This is actually Lunet's empire, so this is not my army. This is in fact my empire. So that's,
wow.
Yeah,
it's gonna forever go. It's gonna forever grow. First it's an army, then it's an empire. I don't wonder what it's gonna be next. Whether it's gonna be like a country, Lunet's country. I'd like to see that next.
That's exactly what's going on. It's gonna become a kingdom, and then I'm gonna be a country, and it's gonna be great. Because I mean, I clearly got all the loyal subjects, man. I got all of them.
Guys, make a mist army, please.
I keep telling you guys, it's like good luck. You go into a game with a team named, you know, Lunet's army, Lunet's empire, stuff like that. You're going to win.
Please, guys, make mist army, please. Want you to do that. Thank you. Anyways, moving straight back into this game, they've taken the middle turret right now. It does mean they've put themselves up with 2 towers ahead. They've got a nice 5k gold lead right now and 2 kills. with it's only 17 minutes in though, so it's still anyone's game right now.
Oh
Ooh,
no, and
nice.
Tristana is just able to engage down onto this Twitch, forced to pop his stealth now and get out. He cannot out-trade this Tristana in any way, shape, or form. This is not a good position for Twitch to be in. He's behind on farm, he's behind in kills, and in the top lane we see Zyra coming in with the Cataclysm. Some nice flash coming out from Darius will go ahead and keep him alive. That was an amazing flash. And now it looks like Ahri getting locked up, that stun coming down, but she will manage to Spirit Rush away and is actually going to live here. That lifesteal really helping her out. And she is going to live. She is going to live. Oh my god, that passive lifesteal. Holy
wow.
hell.
Ahri is
see the engagement going down onto Hecarim. He doesn't have his ultimate. He's not going to be able to escape here, but it looks like Tristana is coming in here. The knockback going down onto Twitch. He will fall here, and now Zyra forced to flash, the crescendo going out, and she will go down as well, and it looks like the jump right into the turret, and we will see that power cord come out. Zyra not managing to land any kills this time with her passive. Oh my god.
wow. We can see Tristana, Ahri, and Hecarim getting so low in those engagements, but they just won't die. The passive on Ahri helping, the lifesteal on Tristana helping, and the fact that, I think the passive on, well, not the passive, the Spirit of Dread coming down on the Hecarim there, saving all three of them from pretty much their deaths, which is really, really good, effective use of their abilities there.
Yeah, an absolutely wonderful play. And now Darius coming up here. Could he be catching this Riven out? It looks like he may want to go in for her, but no. He's just going to back off. Seeing that Leona was going into their jungle, and oh man, I'm sorry, I'm like yawning and trying not to hiccup, and it has been a long day, and all I want to do is get off the stream and go eat some more grilled chicken. Like, that's all I want. I like had half of my salad earlier, and now I'm sitting here going, man, I probably should have eaten more before I decided to stream for, you know, a good 7 hours today.
Looney, come on, we gotta do this. We gotta do this.
I know, it's the last match, but
Final game, come on. Let's keep this up. We can do this.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Thank you. Now shut up. 20 minutes into the game, we've got a very commanding lead over the red team right now. 4 turrets to 0, 31k gold to 22, and 12 kills to 6. This is really going in the blue team's way right now. Lunet's Empire in a very strong position. They're essentially just looking to come in here and do whatever they want. They've got everything they need for the team fights, and the red team just kind of on the back foot right now. They've got Riven, who's essentially been shut down in terms of damage. She's got no real bulk to her right now. She's not taking Darius well in these trades at all, but I do like the Last Whisper coming out from her, which should help to make it easier against targets like this Darius who've gone ahead and built into a Frozen Heart.
It does mean she's going to be incredibly squishy though, because she's taken this route. She's not going to be very effective as the Bruiser role. Bruiser generally being like the tanky damage person. She's going mainly damage at the moment, which is going to put her at a little bit of a disadvantage in engagement like with Tristana and Ahri, because she just has no tankiness on her. She just is going to get bursted down very easily. So based on that, I just hope that Riven can just the damage that Riven is got at the moment is going to outweigh the fact that she doesn't have any tankiness on her.
Yeah, and one of the things I've been stating through this tournament is really you can always see where a team is by their ward coverage and how they're looking to play. You can see really aggressive wards in this blue teams as they're just going to come in and instantly melted by this Ahri. Oh, that poor Leona. And guess what? She's going to go ahead and get out of there now as the Sona comes in with the flash over the wall. An excellent charm will go ahead and keep her alive. And now this Twitch in a world of pain. So they're going to go ahead and bring that double kill home to Tristana and then back off in a commanding 10-kill lead right now.
Ahri, great play by that Ahri right there, Real Gordon X. He just came straight in out of nowhere, stole that blue buff away from, I believe it was Jarvan, and then go straight for the kill. In fact, and all that time, kited both Jarvan and Riven around. Even though she was stuck inside that classic Cataclysm, she didn't have a Spirit Rush up to get away. She just used that charm to be able to save herself and let Tristana pick up that kill. Great play by the Ahri there. I really commend that play.
Yeah, that charm really clutch there, managed to keep her alive. We can see it now, the pressure going in on this tier 2 turret in the bot lane. Darius just looking to do a lot of counter jungling right now after pushing his lane, and I have to say this is a really nice option for him to do. You can see the blue team going to go ahead and take this dragon and just even further their lead. They're 11,000 gold ahead right now, just a little bit under 11,000 gold right now. And at 22 minutes in the game, this is huge. This is absolutely huge. So we see them grouping up right now and just gonna go ahead and try and bring down this middle turret.
It's going to be really... It's really one-sided at the moment. The fact that they are 10k ahead, in fact 10.3k gold ahead right now. They've got 10 kills ahead. They've got 4 towers to compare to the red team's 0. They're really stomping right now. The red team are going to really have to pull something out of their sleeves if they're going to be able to complete.
Sleeves.
Yeah. I like how I changed my word there, just like sleeves.
I don't wanna curse on stream, even though Lunet said the word fuck earlier. I don't wanna curse on stream. Let's not do that.
I'm gonna be the nice one. I'm not gonna swear. I'm gonna try not to swear as much as possible.
Okay, so it's my job to be vulgar on stream, and it's your job to be the proper British English person.
Proper English gentleman, thank you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And don't you raise your voice to me. That's not what a gentleman does. Oh,
I didn't raise my voice to you. I was just being complimentary of the fact of what I was.
Oh man, but now we see
here we go.
and this Hecarim coming in here, a flash going down over the wall, and this could spell disaster. With Jarvan no longer there, their tanky engagement is not an option, so now a nice ward placed down by this Sona here will give them complete vision, but the red team is currently split off right now, so this could be really dangerous for them, as Tristan is like, I'm gonna counter jungle you, and that's gonna be that. So now we've got Zyra looking to do a little bit of poke right now. They've got a really good wave clear going on here between Twitch and Zyra right now. Riven's really good for this too, so they're able to turtle for these turrets fairly effectively at the moment.
They seem to be doing a lot of turtling. The Cryptic has been... Cryptic seems to be very good at turtling themselves in a single spot, and that's really what's been basically winning them a lot of their games right now.
This is such a cheeky move. They're keeping Hecarim in the mid lane where he can be seen, knowing that they don't have any vision on Baron, going, hey, the jungler's over here, we clearly can't be doing Baron right now. And Jarvan, none the wiser, and they're just going to be able to take out this Baron free, uncontested, while Hecarim goes ahead and works as an amazing distraction, and that is it. That is the Baron for the blue team. Oh my god, what a
I cannot believe that actually worked.
It's a really good tactic, because you're like, their jungler is in mid. There is no way in hell that they are doing Baron right now at 25 minutes into the game without their jungler. And then
they have the damage and they have the build to do it, so the fact that they could pull off a Baron that cleverly with the fact that their jungler was in the mid lane was an amazing move, and because the Cryptic are just so defensive, they just really didn't want to contest it. And just because of the fact they didn't actually have any ward coverage on it whatsoever, whereas you can see right here there are 3 wards around the Baron to see if there are any wards being placed anywhere near it. You got a ward there, you got a ward in that brush, and you got a ward in the top jungle brush as well. They have everything warded. They have total control of this top jungle right now.
Yeah, and that's exactly the playstyle they're going for. They want to catch people out. They want to have the utmost control over this game. They know they have the lead, and they are just taking a hold of it in this game. So they've got the Baron buff now. It's on all 5 members. You'd see Sona coming around, reasserting the lane dominance as they go to push in this top lane. They want to go ahead and get in all the turrets back to the red team's base, push them all in, secure as much of a gold advantage as they can, and then start tower diving and going for those inhibitors. And you can see the 5-man response to the blue team now coming up here, maybe looking for the potential engagement, but there's 5 here as well, and they all have Baron buff, so even under turret, this is a really scary thing right now, especially
here we go.
in that charm lands, and the stun from Leona will not hit, and there we go. That is going to be it for Jarvan. Sona picking up that kill. Riven trying to come in, but that glass cannon build will mean that she's going to fall very easily to this Tristana. His jump has been reset, and there's the double kill. Leona will surely fall after this, and now the Zyra. Oh, the poor Zyra will end up with a triple kill, and even with that passive coming out is not going to be enough, and that is a 1-4 ace exchange in the favor of the blue team as they come and pressure this base tier tower, and now they're easily going to be able to pick up an inhibitor from this. Jarvan will not be able to defend.
He will not indeed. In fact, I don't think he will be able to. I think they may be able to even pick up a Nexus turret out of this if they really try, but they want to back out. They are pretty low right now. Oh dear, because of that, they are going to... Zone has stayed around just long enough to save Ahri from any Jarvan engage from that, but looks like they want to back out right now. It's probably the best decision. They were all at sort of around half healthish, except for a couple of them. So, good decision by them. We can already see bot pushing up as well and starting to slam onto this bottom turret. The bottom turret already taking quite a bit of damage. Here comes Riven to try and defend it though.
Yep, and what we're seeing right now is Riven just being forced to push out, and this is really the same kind of position that the rest of her team is in right now. She's looking at a situation where they're really far behind. They've got a huge gold discrepancy right now. They don't have any towers. They've got no map control. They're forced to ward up their own jungle to keep the enemy team from getting into their jungle and picking people off. It's very defensive positioning right now, and there's not a lot of ways that the red team is going to be able to come back from this. This is a situation where unless the blue team throws, Cryptic might not have a chance.
Cryptic will not have a chance at all. I don't think Lunet's Empire are going to make any throws on this half. They're ready to basically take this for the win. They are stealing buffs now. You can see Ahri in the bottom jungle of the other team to take a nice quick blue buff. She's coming straight into...
This is a nice blue. It's gonna be my blue now. Thank you.
TY, bye! Oh dear, and they're now going to go onto this other turret as well and bring that down, despite the fact they were trying to push up that lane. And now they're going to go and 5-man defend this bottom inhibitor turret.
You can see Zyra coming in for a little bit of damage and some poke going out from Jarvan, but what we see more than anything right now is, oh, a missed ult by that Leona. That's just not good. They're going to have to wait for that to come back up. But what we're seeing right now is with that top inhibitor down, the other lanes are pushing. So even if they sit here and turtle forever, they're going to have to leave at some point to go and defend so their Nexus turrets don't get taken by the flood of super minions in the top lane. And now we can see exactly that. They're taking this advantage to go ahead and siege this turret right now. They're not too worried about the damage coming out. They're able to take it down. And now we can see Zyra in a world of pain right here. Oh, no, the poor Tristana will end up falling, and that turret will go down, and now here's the dive, the fear going down onto Jarvan. Ahri coming in with all that damage, a pullback coming out, followed by the crescendo by Darius. And Twitch is going to be forced to retreat as Jarvan's just trying to run around to get away from them. The second inhibitor will surely go down. GGs are being called on the part of Cryptic. I think they realize this is a bit of a lost cause, and they may end up surrendering here soon, or just allowing the Nexus to go down. Jarvan trying to come in here to defend a little bit. A mischarm coming out from Ahri. We can see those Nexus towers getting down very low. Twitch trying to come in with some poke, but it's just not enough as they come in for that second Nexus turret, and they are going to take this home. Lunet's Empire takes home the TowerDiveTV weekly number 25. Ladies and gentlemen, your champions.
Oh god, Lunet's obviously very happy with this.
I'm sorry. Okay, look, Chinese Pride is a good friend of mine, okay? He was somebody who started out doing these tournaments when we first started them up. And he was a really good guy, so we became friends. He ended up making this team called Lunet's Army, ended up entering the tournament, ended up winning with them last week. And then this week he said, hey, we got another team named after you. It's a couple different guys, but I'm still in the team. We're going to go ahead and get them the win that they need. So, you know, congrats to them. They're going to get lots of tournament prizes and all of that good kind of stuff. So I'm really, really excited to see all of that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for the TowerDive TV weekly number 25. We will see you guys next week. This has been Mysteriopolis and LunetTheHerald. We we will see you guys then. Be sure to check out all the VoDs on youtube.com/TowerDiveTV. You can also check us out on our website at TowerDive.tv, and you can also check us out on Twitter at TowerDiveTV, and we will see you lovely people later.
Laters, everybody.